Yeah.
That
I just have one question for you. Why are you gay?
I am not gay. I am a straight man.
Are you Mr. or...
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Why is it that...
Yeah, push tongue in a hole. Fire for that. Stop right there. Why you stirring the song with your pinky? You're moving fish it. Lava splash. Stop right there. What a way you love peel man banana. Lava splash. You're getting too comfortable with them shape there. Freeze. I know you want really should be in your mouth. You dirty bungle, you. Take it out. You can't run, but you can't hide. Shit.
Level the spirit. The spirit is level. Angels are guiding me. I do not follow no devil. Ready my gang on the level. I do not bang heavy metal. I'm guiding a new generation. My sound is a rebel.
Suck your mom, yeah, I said it, suck your mom.
Suck your mother and die.
Level the spirit. The spirit is level. Angels are guiding me. I do not follow no devil. Ready my gang on the level. I do not bang heavy metal. I'm guiding a new generation. My sound is a rebel.
When there's tribal sound, and in the air with a tribal sound, terminal, tribal sound, Big Man Spidey, the tribal. When there's tribal, jeez! You see me, I ain't watching you, watching her. Well, there's Africa, got to take them to Africa. Well, there's Africa, got to take them on a trip, on a journey. Whoa. Well, there's Africa, got to take them to Africa. It's like, hey, Spidey, don't mix it. Hold on. I'm like, and again. Hold on. Hey, stepper, that's that one way. That's it way. Can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4. And can you hear that roar? Stand clear of the door. Luggage overhead, everybody on board. Take off time on Terminal 4. Hiya!
I am a money maker, hand to the edge of a money maker. For one time, you're a money maker. If you're on this train, money maker. Hand to the air, money maker. For one time, money maker. On this thing, money maker. You see us terminal. You see me. I ain't watching you, I ain't watching her, I ain't watching him. I got to dance and bubble and sing. Terminal 4 with a terminal 3. Terminal 4 with a power of those. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Don't let my house, everybody in the house. When you come to my house, just respect my house. Blood clot over there. What's wrong with it? Hold on. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. Hey, sleep, hold on. Hey, wiggy, hold on. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. Can I please have your attention? I said, this is the captain's weekend, and I'm in the Terminal 4. Can I please have your attention? Early. Oi.
Weed in my lung, jump on the track like I'm nobody's son. Make a MC call out my name for the promo. I ain't got to talk, I've already won, say nothing. I will just rise up something. Man, I run a Gaza, but will get gully. Pop it off, you will get peppered and curried. When man say beef, I'm ready to cook something, that's right. Pass me my knife and fork. Eat MCs like I ain't been fed. Copper and lead from the Eagle and Hawk. I don't know what man thought, but it's cool, cause if man never knew that it's crunch time now. 4 or 5, you made up like lunchtime now. Here's the essence, if man want test it, I'll slap one time a man upside down. So much corn in your head like ow. Tear off piece of your face like wow. Where I'm from, we don't chat to police. Them man are probably chatting to the feds right now. Carbine for an informer. Come to your ends and corner, pick corner. I'm about 6'1", but you see my machine makes me look a little piece taller. Weed in my lung. Jump on the track like I'm nobody's son.
Oh my God. But the look. If it's me, your mother, you get started just like Saga. Keep fighting, that's what I'm bad at. My thing's working perfect. Come through with a beat up on ya. If I'm the hundreds like 90 under. With a mic and the right to rhythm, cause I spit the fire just like houses. I'm a lyrical invader. I'm into the top just like Vader. You give me nobody can save ya. On the mic, man, I way too major. Shocking them teeth like Blanca. I got money in the bank, I'm a banker. You got money in the bank, you're a wanker. Look, people the hooks like bullrope, get the rate to jumping like a bullfrog. I was doing for more than a while, getting the culture like Gyro. With the things like Tyson, so free, get in the traffic. Now you don't wanna get into no big man, please. I'm here, if you wanna look at I'm that nicer, I'm ready like a nicer.
From your jaw.
Jungle shape.
Move your one from your jaw.
Bigfoot.
Move your one from your jaw.
Shape bad.
Move your one from your jaw.
Miss Grippy.
Move your one from your jaw.
Tight to all.
Move your one from your jaw.
Pony woo.
Move your one from your jaw.
Pony yang.
Move your one from your jaw.
Nani woo.
Move your one from your jaw.
Ming yang.
Move your one from your jaw.
Wine again.
Wine up your body from me, yo. Try pussy, y'all, cocky car, yo. Baby,
it's how we why you know.
wine up your time.
Hate on my people, I can't stand for it. Everybody got a phone so they capture it. I cried to my eyes, red like cranberry. You see this statue, we dismantled it. Now they're trying to say we're on some gangster shit. You see this thick hair, can't untangle it. You know this chocolate sweet like Cadbury. Let me tell you what happened in silence. When I was in Blackpool, they called me a black horn. Let me tell you what happened in silence. Worked at Selfridges, black girls were no good. And my colleagues said to me, black girls, they give all the white girls bad looks. Does my face intimidate you? I'm in a good mood where I act in shock. Let me tell you what happened in silence. When I was in the office and I thought I was too hood. Let me tell you what happened in silence. I was in Plymouth police, that's if I sold drugs. Let me tell you what happened in silence. I was in Southport and I got a big uppercut. Let me tell you what happened in silence. I was only 10 years old and I couldn't stand up. I was only 10 years old and I couldn't stand up. She called me a little nigga, now my top lips cut. If doing nothing was a crime, then a black girl was. If doing nothing was a crime, then a black girl. Now we can't.
I mean, yaka. Then the Benz like Spracker. One bag of weed and bomber clock crapper. One bag of gal like Shabba. Lord, one bag of gal like a dagger. Lord, make the gal live with the hammer. Lord, make the gal bath for the mama. Lord, make a ras gal ball out. Judge. What are you telling me? Yeah, man, this on a Monday, you hear me? I mean, yo. Come on, Lord. Yeah, so big up the people them in the place, man. Slap the like button, share the stream, all that. Yeah. So, I'll tell you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna have a new way of reading out the register. Yeah, you're gonna have to put your name's gonna get read out if you put the number of your like in the chat. Yeah, so to get your name read out on the register from tomorrow morning, you have to put your like number and then your name, yeah? So, yeah. Or just type in like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You hear me? Yeah, so whatever like number your thumbs up comes up, yeah? That's what you gotta do, man. You hear me? You hear me, cuz? Yeah, man, so... Come on. Alright. Let me start off with my selective big ups, man. If you're a pussy, I ain't even shouting your name out, yeah? You can suck your mum in it. You hear me? How about that? Yes, that's Simon Harrison. Did there? I mean, walk on. Big up yourself, my G. Yeah, lick do down. I mean, shout out Liggy. Come on. I walk on, Licks. Big up yourself, man. Yeah. Who else is in there? Shout out Kimmy. I walk on Kimmy. And they got them off me. Yeah, big up the gal them. I mate. So shout out, man like Natty 2 Dredge, Hey, walk on Natty. I mean. Yeah, man, big up man like that, you know, man. Walk on, cuz. Big up yourself, G. Come on. Jeez, use that man like way, man, you know. The gal them I pray, man. I want them feel like. Yeah, man, big up. Come on. Yeah, man, shout out Kaz. Hey, walk on, Kaz. Come on. Big up, man. You hear me? Yeah. Hey, big up. I am made. Yeah, man. Who's that? Randos Bandros did that. Yeah. Randos is like a, you know, one of them seesaw pagans. But. Alright, big up though. Alright. Happily ignorant. Randy, I was number 7. Alright. Say nothing, man. Yeah, man. So from tomorrow morning, yeah, I'm gonna keep reminding you through the show and through later on show. Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, actually, from tonight, forget about tomorrow morning. From tonight show, drive time. Yeah, Gaza drive time, you get me? I hear me, man, in the Gaza, but we'll get golly. Yeah? So if you want to shout out on the register from now on, yeah, you have to put your like number next to your shit. And then you get a shout out. You hear me, cuz? Yeah, I don't know what some man think here, but they feel like this is a place where you can come here and say what you want, act how you like, and do whatever you want. Yeah, but the man them can't tell you nothing. Man, are you mad? Shut up, man. That's what they can do in your mum's yard, cuz they can't do that in my yard. You mad? Behave yourself, man. Crazy. Must be drunk, cuz. You hear me? You must be smoking rocks, cuz. I don't know what you feel like. Yo. That man there sniffing pink cocaine and that with Diddy. I want them feel like. Yeah, man. The big up the people them in the place, yeah? Alright. Let's start off with... Jeez, big up the Tyrant Fan, the UK. They are. Come on. Yeah. So. Alright, let's get some jokes in, man. Yeah. Who went to primary school in the UK? Yo, if you didn't go to primary school, this section's not for you, yeah? Let it play.
bangers. In at number 5, it's I was cold, I was naked, were you there, were you there? I was cold, I was naked, were you there? This is a bit downbeat, you don't want this first thing on a Monday morning, but it's perfect for the Wednesday morning slump. Also, any song that allows you to sing naked as loud as you want as an 8-year-old has to make it onto the list as far as I'm concerned. In at number 4, it's one more step along the world I go, one more step along the world I go. That's motivational. Yeah, if you've had a bad mock test for your SATs, if you've come last in a 3-legged race at sports day, this is the sort of song you need to pick you up the next morning, let you know there's still a life out there for you. Number 3, it's cauliflower's fluffy and cabbage is green. This one's an absolute banger, and you know it's only getting cracked out once a year. You know, as soon as you start singing the song in assembly, you're going to be raiding the kitchen cupboards for some chickpeas to donate to the local nursing home. In at number 2, it's dance then wherever you may be, I am the Lord of the dancetti. It's about Jesus being really good at dancing. Not even one of the main things they talk about when it comes to Jesus, but it's a great tune and I'm not going to question it. Number 1 for me, it's give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning. The build on this song is just incredible, okay? It's unrivaled. There's nothing out there like it. You sing this in a round, it gets going, the roof is going off in that assembly hall. And when the sing Hosanna bit drops, nothing beats that. Nothing I've ever witnessed in the club has ever come close to the sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. Sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King. Here are the top.
Yeah, you mean? Yo, so what's your top 5 primary school? Hey, remember primary school assembly? You had to sing. Yeah, even our secondary school assembly, you had to sing. Yeah, are you mad? Yo, trust me, you know what tune I was singing, innit? I was hungry and thirsty. Were you there? Were you there? I've used that as bare dub plates on here. Are you made? I've used that bare times. Yo. Hey, listen, on my TikTok, yeah, I got like 100 rack views, yeah. And you know what the background tune was? Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning to the break of day. See, it's what you feel like. Hey, man. Hey, you know what as well, yeah? It's true what my mum was saying about the sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna. Hey, you know what? People in the hall, they try and see who can do it the loudest. It's like bogies or something. You hear me? That was bogies before bogies. Man, there's a sing Hosanna. Yo. Alright, let's remove that, yeah. Because there's bare videos to play. You know? Come on. This is going to be an emotional roller coaster today. Yeah, you're going to be happy, sad, angry, vexed, in, out, shake it all about. Do the oaty cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Ah, yeah, you go. Hey. Yeah, hey, see that dancing tune, yeah? Hey, yo, we never know Jesus did a bogle. Are you mean? Tatiana Armstrong and all them shits. Oh, my days. Mad. Yo. Yeah, man. Them do the Jesus dance. How you mean? Flashing his locks and all that. Yeah. Looking like Peter Tosh. Mad. Alright. He's ready for another song. Huh? He's ready for another song. Let it play.
Can't stop thinking about it.
So much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being Snoop the old double G. But I, somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping cause mom ain't home. They got bitches in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But what? We don't love them hoes. Yeah. So we go smoking outs to this. G's up, hose down while your mother bounce to this. Rolling down the street, smoking and dough, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
What them feel like? Hey, yo, that was my tune back in the day. Are you mad? Yeah, cuz. Yo, rolling down the street, smoking and out, sipping out gin and juice, lay back with my mind and my money and my wine. How you made? Yo. All right, man. So, I tell you what's mad, yeah? I tell you what's mad, how you know we're in crazy times right now. Imagine, yeah? The first black leader of the Conservatives and a female. But it hasn't made the community mad happy, man. You know what I'm saying? Cuz, like, what? Yo, so congratulations to Kemi Badenoch for making it to the Conservative leaders. Yeah, for making it to be the Conservative leader. Yeah, the head of Conservatives, now the leader of the opposition. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations, well done. But, you know, a lot of your policies I don't agree with still. So, you know, although I celebrate you for, you know what I mean? Yeah. Melanin. You know what I'm saying? But, like, boy, policy, yo, lava. Hey, listen, yeah. Let me tell you this for free. Rishi Sunak only made it to the Prime Minister because Liz Truss fucked up. So, man didn't vote Rishi Sunak in. Yeah, the country didn't vote Rishi Sunak in. I don't see how the country's going to vote Kemi Badenoch in. Especially she talks disparagingly about every single minority group, including her own. So that, you know, that minority vote out the window. Definitely talks bad about the Islamic community. I'll say that Muslim votes out the window. The centre right and some of the right leaners, that I don't know if can the far right vote for a black person? Even if they're like a black far right person themselves. Mad. Oh my days. I'm so confused. It's going to be mad still. But yeah, man. So speaking on Kemi Badenoch, and I know not many of us know much about Kemi Badenoch and her policies or whatever. And the people that do, yeah, like, raw. I'll tell you what, actually, yeah, before I play this video, yeah, 'cause I noticed that some of these people, this is the same thing why I didn't speak about the budget as the budget dropped, right? Because enough of these, man, yeah, they wait for a talking head's point of view to make their point of view. A man don't want to say something, and then someone they support comes out with something different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? You get me, cuz? Mad. So, let me see, like, all the Kemi supporters, what is it that she's championing? What is it that she's championing that makes you want to be like, yo, know what? Yeah, I think Kemi Badenoch could be the next Prime Minister. What policies? You don't like her because she's against identity politics. I don't think that there's one policy that Kemi Badenoch champions or speaks highly of that I support. I'm in support of. So, no, it was, yeah. It's that for the UK to be great, not just a certain cut, not just for a certain colour of people. Yeah, but most people want that though, right? The far right don't want that, innit? The far right only want a certain colour of people to experience a good life within the UK. I would say more left-leaning people are more looking for, or more open to more of an equal society. than these other lunatic societies. What's going on now with extreme wealth inequalities, where some people are at the, you know what I'm saying? Like a man's sleeping on cardboard on a high street, to where a man is doing, a fucking homeless documentary, and he's got over 30 properties. Him, one, has got over 30 properties, doing a documentary talking about, I care about the homeless people. I care about the homeless people. You alright? Mad. Yeah, man. You know what as well, yeah? It's a strange direction in it, because Robert Jenrick, he just went like full BMP Bob mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mad. All right then. So, yeah, man. So the Nigerians should be celebrating about Kemi Badenoch, right? It's a celebration, right? It's a celebration, bitches. Yeah, put your cups up. All right. So let's listen to a Nigerian breakfast program speaking about our sister Kemi. Yeah. Olu Kemi. Yeah.
I believe she'll be about the sixth woman, isn't it, that will be the leader in that country, particularly for the Tories. But you know, so that's the big deal part of it. I'm reluctant to want to claim her as a Nigerian because this is not what.
Why are you reluctant, Mr. Steve?
Because she doesn't appear to see herself as one. I think that she thinks that she was from here, you know, but she carries on. And not only does she carry on as a Briton, and she is within her right to do that, but then I won't be a big fan of anyone who talks down on where they're from. Yes. And I think that seems to be what she represents. She's fond of doing that.
She recently said, that when she was younger, she was good in math and sciences, and they told her to get into the kitchen. And I'm like, I don't know any. She comes from a family of intellectuals. I don't know any young woman who grew up being good in school, coming from a family that your parents are lecturers or in the medical field, and they'll tell you to get back into the kitchen. I think that's a Western image painted of Nigerian society rather than an authentic representation of what Nigerian society is.
Correct. And when she says that, when she sounds traumatic about why she left Nigeria, at 16, and I believe that should be around 1996 when we were still under the military. I do not know the things that she encountered that, made her leave on the one hand, and then, make her talk in the manner that she talks, about Nigeria and about her experiences in Nigeria. I find that worrying for somebody who wants to lead a major party and who ultimately, when she's seeking for votes, to be the prime minister, will need to speak to Nigeria. It looks to me that if you conduct a referendum or a poll, particularly among Nigerians or among blacks of African descent in the UK, I doubt if she will be very popular, and therefore it's important.
Yo, so I remember, this ain't a British TV program, Yeah. This ain't a Jamaican TV program, This ain't a RGB. Black Power TV program, This is Nigerian TV, terrestrial TV. You hear me, cuz? Yeah, and they're entitled to their opinions, right? Alright, think about this then, Like, yourself as whatever country you come from. If someone makes it to a high rank in another country, but they talk bad about your country, would you celebrate them? So yeah, well, I'm glad that they made it. Or you just be like skeptical at thinking whether they're gonna make the relationship between your country, the country that she originally comes from, and the other country any better, or just expanding the stereotype. Did you celebrate that? Huh? Bad. Yeah, let's celebrate it. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's funny about it, yeah? These men are okay celebrating it, yeah? With other people doing it to other countries. If it was their own politician doing it about their own country, they would disparage this guy. If anyone was telling you that like England's a shithole and everything in England's bad and rah, like you already do now, why don't you go back to Jamaica? Why don't you fuck off back to Africa? Why don't you go to rah. You say that to other people that are saying they want equality in your country. Let alone if your own MP started saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, you see England, this shit. You see English people, they're cunts. Yeah? That's what's funny still. Jeez. Anyway, man. Yo, what are we saying? Hey, what? Did you touch a nerve? Huh? Did I touch a nerve? Oh, mate. Let it play.
Important maybe to review our rhetoric when it happens elsewhere. When we listen to people like Trump, you know, we express our concern, we express our consternation. But then from a black woman of Nigerian, parentage, saying the sort of things that she says, it looks to me like she's desperately trying to please the conservative white establishment, and she might be British on account of birth and nationality, but then she will be reminded ultimately, that on account of biology and heritage, she can be English, and she will have to, be careful in the manner that she portrays the values that she thinks that she represents.
And I think actually most worrying is that she's appealing for a move to the right. And it's because they're trying to get those extremist elements that have now gone to the Reform Party. The Conservatives suffered a huge defeat in July, major defeat, but mostly because the extreme right-wing elements of the party moved to the Reform Party. And she's saying that Rishi Sunak, that the party was ruling from the center or moving to the right. I don't think that's true. I think, to be fair to the Conservative Party in England, they are more moderate than you'd say, for example, the Republican Party in America. And so for her to come out and say that she's intending to move to the right is saying a very, very worrying signal. Because are you trying to get the people who went to reform? The Brexiters, the racists, the ones who want to, burn immigrants or send them back to...
She voted for Brexit too, remember?
Yes, but so beyond her views as the Nigerian or disparaging Nigerian, I think it's very concerning that she's trying to feed that into the party that she now leads.
Yeah. And especially when she also veers into the subject matter of slavery and reparation, and she tries to deflect, and say things that won't just affect Nigerians, but this is an African black thing. And again, I just think that she will have to be careful. I understand that her father has passed. I know many people who knew her father and who had a lot of respect, for our family and things like that. But of course, she's Kemi Adegoke is now Kemi Bednut, so we will have to live with the fact that maybe this is a white woman in a black woman's skin. But it's okay, isn't it? Good luck to her. We wish her well. But of course, we will see how things pan out in the weeks and months to come, maybe in the years to come, when elections will have to be called. When the conservative parties will have to say, hey, what's going on here? What has Kemi really done?
Well,
all the best.
We'll see if moving to the right would end up appeasing racists who would vote a black woman.
It's a big
That's a strange conundrum that we're going to find ourselves in, you know? It's a strange conundrum that we're going to find ourselves in, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so that was Arise TV, yeah? A Nigerian news channel giving their opinions on the appointment of Kemi Badenoch as the leader of the Conservatives. I say congratulations, well done for making it milestone, first black lady to become a Conservative leader. But I definitely disagree with 99% of your policies, because god damn. Like 99%, fam. Oh my diddy. Yeah, man. So, you know, couple of the undercover race. Well, yeah, I don't. Is Nico even an undercover racist anymore? Is Nico even an undercover racist anymore? Right. Nico's like an uncovered racist. Yeah. Alright, so Nico was balling in the chat. The racists them are crying. Yeah. Mad. Yeah, man's not even undercover no more. I say over or out in the open. Uncovered. What? How you mean? Straight up, cause mad. Yeah, you had a bad still. Alright, so yeah, man, so that's the Kemi Badenoch section. Kemi. Kemi. Oh, man. Yeah, man. And you know what? Yeah, I got so many videos. Yeah, I got so much. I forgot. I got so much. Man, the chef got cuts. Mad. Yeah, I got so much videos to play. Yeah, so much different topics that we gotta quickly skim through. Yeah, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We gotta move on now. Next topic. Yeah, man. So, you know, I had to carry out a bit of GBH over the weekend. You know what I mean? Oh, mate, 1 sec, yeah. Yeah, man. Yo. You, man, listen, yeah? Let me ask you a question before we get into the next part, though, yeah? Let me ask you a question. Listen, yeah? If I go to jail, yeah? Do you think that you, man, could raise 100 grand for my kids' Christmas money? Like, you know, just a little 100 racks. You know what I mean? So the working class kids can just get a few little presents. They're not used to getting Christmas presents. You know what I mean? But you know what? Yeah, I gotta bring my van to the garage, cause like a spanner light just come on. Oh go this way. Alright, yeah. So I nearly went in the wrong lane because I would have took an extra 20 minutes to Pussy Clear. Yeah, man. So listen, yeah. If I go to jail on some political prisoner shit, yeah. Like next Christmas, not this Christmas though, it's a bit close, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, if I go to jail like next Christmas, I beg you, man, raise like 100 racks for my working class kids. How you mean, me say please? Lord, I'm all in peace. I say, yeah. If I was able to finesse the man them like how Tommy Robinson was finessing the man them, yeah, and the man them actually came out and would fight you if you dared to say that it was a finessing thing. That's got to be the best finesse ever. Man's got unlimited credit cards, like, so that's some gangster shit still. I ain't even, that's why I don't really talk about it, because I can't even knock the hustle. I'm like, God damn. If the man can raise 100 racks for Christmas presents, then yo. If you can raise 100 racks for Christmas presents, then yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see these other dudes like a street Mike's doing his thing like right. He's like, right, you know what? Yeah. On this one there. And the other, you know them other black youths? The baller done with the turban. Triller, you know Triller? With yeah. Listen to her speak about alright, yo, you hear me, yeah? Alright, check. One tree. Yo, so again, let's listen to a barrister speak about this recent update and why we need to wait for information. Because everyone's done it, right? You've heard something and you've come to a conclusion before any information's come out. You might be right even on the information that's come out or whatever, innit, yeah? You might be wrong. But there's nothing that backs what you're saying at the moment, innit? So waiting for the information on stories that are wild, I would say is probably the smarter thing to do than expressing your feelings on what you think it is. Having an opinion's not a bad thing. Yeah? Giving your opinion. In my opinion, I think it could be blah, blah, blah. Saying that this is what it is without the evidence there is mad still. Also though, yeah, I do think the police, yeah, the Merseyside police made a mad statement. Yeah, they said like, we found a terror manual rising, but we don't want you to speculate whether it's a terror attack. Like, bro, that's gaslighting still. I can't lie. You gaslight the whole country. Yeah, even the people that want to just find out about it. Like, what's the actual thing in it? What do you mean? You can't speculate. Of course you're going there. That's the only thing people are going to do without no information right now. It's just opinions and speculation. Yeah? And right now, it's kind of looking like, bro, it could be that. Yeah, but until we find out, yeah, we can't give our opinions anyway. Yeah, so listen to the KC, yeah? I am in, yeah, without Jojo. Yeah, all my life.
Let's bring into the conversation Chris Daw, who is a KC, criminal barrister at Millennium Chambers, author of the book Justice on Trial. OK, claims of single quotes cover up, close single quotes. Your view. Chris Daw, good morning.
Good morning. I think it's very unfortunate that politicians are using this particular case in the way that Robert Jenrick has done this morning and was doing yesterday for political advantage. I'm not sure if Robert Jenrick is suggesting that it's for the Prime Minister of the day to make decisions about what to release about a live, ongoing criminal investigation. But if he is, that has never been an appropriate or legal part of our system. The way that it works is that the police investigate. Once they have sufficient evidence to bring charges, as they did very early in this case with the 3 murder charges, they then have to go through a painstaking process of examining all of the materials they've recovered from the suspect's home. Sometimes that will involve getting into devices that may take some time, and for obvious reasons we can't have a running commentary every single time the police review a document or find a document it gets announced to the public. And the obvious reason is this: in this country we have trial by jury, and trial by jury means trial by 12 ordinary people who are not subject to prejudicial publicity. We have a Contempt of Court Act that specifically says that anything which might seriously prejudice a trial offence to publish. So is Robert Jenrick suggesting that the Prime Minister, and if he were Prime Minister, he would have been outside Number 10, daily, weekly, giving an update on what the police had found, what the investigation showed? Of course not. That's not how our criminal justice system works, and it's not how it should work.
I hear you, and you're right. But what do you imagine is the thought process for Merseyside Police?
Yo, that's facts, right? Robert Jenrick lost that thing because he's basically trying to be Nigel Farage without being Nigel Farage. Like, what are you trying to do, bro? You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, there's no way that the leader of the thing can be telling the police, oh, you need to be giving us an update on rah, and you have to do this, that, and the other. In these special circumstances for this case, that case, and the other. Because if it goes to court and any of the updates that you leak end up being things that a man can end up using to get off the case, you could literally jeopardize the court case. Obviously, Keir Starmer's come from that legal side, innit? The prosecution office, the head, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was the man he was in charge of the CPS. Is it the CPS? One of them things there, yeah, anyway. And the 2011 riots. You know what I'm saying? Hey, calm down, Diane, man. I actually would never want to be Tommy. And your imaginary friend don't exist either. How about that? Yeah? Oh my God. You would never be Tommy. So where's these lunatic grannies that's out here screaming about Tommy? They're trying to tell you mad crazy stuff, guys. It's not gone to the court yet, so how could they prejudice the case? Them ruling out. They're still doing the investigation, innit? So as soon as they get all the information that they can to make a... Because obviously the M's is going to be confirmed. The attempted is confirmed. The terrorism stuff, now they have to build up information for that. Once they're able to build up that information, I mean, that maybe we got something different. Yeah. Yeet. So. Yo, listen, I just need 100 racks for my youth's Christmas presents, innit? Yeah? If you man can raise 100 racks for my youth's Christmas present, fam, I won't ever do a show on Tommy Robinson again. Let it play.
Or the CPS, I read that the items that were allegedly discovered in the suspect's home were found in the days immediately after the alleged attack.
Hey, what's funny though, yeah? I bet none of you tramps ain't donated to fucking Tommy's, any of Tommy's thingamabobs. I bet none of you tramps ain't even put £5 towards any of the Tommy Robinson shits. Yeah? Specifically you, Diana. Yeah? And fucking Vlad. Yeah? Like Jack Radio. I bet you haven't put one. Get 100 racks of BLM. I bet you ain't put £1 or €1 to Pussy Club. Or 1 Australian shilling. Yeah, me. I mean, fucking tramps.
On July 29, why are we hearing about this on October? What will the thought process be there, Mr. Daw?
Well, the thought process, I don't think it's a thought process of we are going to leave it in March announcement. This is a complex issue. This is potentially a terrorist incident, i.e. that the Southport killings were potentially linked to terrorism. We were, and we can't forget it, we were in the middle of a series of extremely dangerous and violent riots for which many, many people were arrested and taken to court. And you can well understand why the police, and in particular the prosecution, and let's be clear, the CPS is an independent prosecution agency. It's not controlled by Number 10. It's not controlled by the government in any way. But you can well understand why an independent prosecutor would want to make sure that they had absolutely all the evidence correctly analysed in proper legal form before deciding to bring further charges in a case of this sensitivity and this public interest.
I will leave it there. Chris Daw, thank you. You are a KC. Your criminal barrister to be found at Millennium Chambers. You wrote the book Justice on Trial.
Maybe you're a landlord already.
Legal aspect. Let's bring into the conversation Chris Daw, who is...
Yo, sir. You see it there? And this KC, if you look on enough of his videos, he's in supportive of a lot of, I don't know, right-wing talking points or whatever, innit, man? So, you gotta take time, man. You gotta take time, man. You know, it takes time, B. Yeah, fam. And, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. He passed away today still. I did see that this morning. Alright. Still got a little bit of time, yeah? Get rid of that. How did this book? Dying as a liar. You lying cunt. He just typed a lot in the chat and saying, yeah, I'm gonna spend this money on that. But you didn't spend that, man. Stop lying. Yo, it's lying. Alright.
Sincerity, I'd ask you respect mine.
Whoa. Hold on. Yo, sir. Hey, big up my Irish gang. Big up my Irish gang, yeah? This hasn't got nothing to do with none. But it's so mad that I just had to play it anyway, yeah, so... Play.
Sincerity, I'd ask you respect mine. Well, all due respect in the most unparliamentary language. Fuck you, Deputy Stagg. Fuck you. I apologise now for my use of unparliamentary language.
That is most unparliamentary language.
It is most unparliamentary language. I now.
Yo, man said that is most unparliamentary language. Yeah. Hey, that better went mad, like. Yo. Bad. Imagine if you, hey, listen, if you was in the stand that day, yeah, it would have went off still. Oh my days, it would have went off still, yeah. You don't even need to see the rest of that. Oh, do you want to see the rest? Yeah, man. So a little meantime between time, you know. Let me load up a next cannons.
Pay the King's Duchy £11 million to rent a warehouse for ambulances. For example, the army will pay the royals to train on Dartmoor. For example, the Ministry of Justice pays Prince William £1.5 million a year just to use Dartmoor Prison. The King's Duchy charges the Dorset Fire Authority £612,000 to lease its land to put up a new fire station. You may be Liverpudlian if you're listening in Liverpool. Do you use the Jerry Marsden ferry pier there? If you do, then the King's Duchy has charged you and other users £130,000 so far, and has even inserted a clause into the lease stating it can charge more if the ferry ever makes a profit. This, lovely listener, you will gather, is the very tip of the iceberg.
So what are you saying? You know what's mad, yeah? It's like, because the story's been so finessed now, yeah, tied up, and these men look all old and the fake smiles and clappy happy and rah. You forget about the pagan business that the man them done to be able to become the ruling class and all that cuss. Yo, that's why it's mad. That's why these men can link with gangsters so easily, innit? Because obviously the way that the man them get to the top, it's got to be on some gangster business. You alright, cuz? Money that they want to take off. So wait, hold on a sec. You're okay with the Prince of Wales, Prince William, having over 30 different accommodations in some of them palaces, doing a homeless documentary, talking to people on the road about, oh, we haven't got enough houses for the people to sleep in. This is really sad. This is really... What? That is Libby's, cuz. That is a fucking Libby. But they have £50 million this year. Did you know, yeah? The heir to the Grosvenor estate got inheritance. And his inheritance was so big, yeah? His tax bill would have been £4 billion. And he didn't pay shit. What you saying, Jordan? He has to do more pictures in the book next time. Man, them are having trouble. You hear me? I say less though, innit, man? Cause it's like, this is the same thing what I was talking about the other day, yeah? And another example of it, where the patriotic dudes in the hardest positions in the UK are caping for the people that are actually taking the piss out. The royal family's taking the piss out of you, cuz, man. They just made £50 million last year. Are you alright, cuz? Not just you, me too. I'm here as well, innit? What budget would you put the royal family in? Yo, these times here, you're on job seekers, and I was bothered about what budget should we put the royal family in. We man got like 50 mil. Nah. You man are patrons of charities that are paying them to fucking have offices in buildings in lands that they own, and then being the patron of their clean wops, acting like they're doing them a favour. Mad that. So you still waiting for the delivery, yeah? From Amazon. How long does a book take to get delivered on Amazon, fam? But still. Yeah, man. So, boy. They could still have a royal family that are still earning some bread or whatever. But some of the funds could be used to reinstate the country that they're draining of the fucking funds that they're taking out in the first place, man. Like, what? Why don't you see it like that? I don't know. I don't get it. How do you not see it like that? The man them, like, there's not enough houses. The schools are crumbling. There's homeless people on the street. Man, they got fucking tents on Park Lane. Do you know how much it is to buy a flat in Park Lane, let alone a house? And you're asking whether the people should, whether they should, the richest in society make their bread off of all the services that they're able to monopolize and sell to you, things like fucking water. Yo, how can the government allow a private company to make money off of selling the citizens' water? There's literally no choice in consumer for water. Like, whichever area you live in, you don't have a choice of the different suppliers of water. So how can that be a private entity? That should be state. So we get the best quality water in the flipping. Did I say that? It's literally doo-doo in the water. How you mean that? There's never been a time I've ever wanted to jump into the River Thames. Never! It's always been frowsy, cuz. Are you mad? See what? Islamophobic laws. No monarchy. Massive immigration. The UK to be. Man, shut up, man. You're just chatting doo-doo, cuz. Shut your beak, cuz, like. Straight doo-doo water, cuz. And these man always capping for the dudes that's actually taking the piss out. Never rise up. So I know, man, they're fucking really cowards, cuz. Yeah, because that's what cowards do, right? You punch downwards. You never punch up. Trust me. Some coward shit. Cuz. No way that you went primary school in the UK and you can't swim, man. Shut up. You dumb. I taught my kids to swim in Florida. So. Tony's Nico, man. You can tell by the bad spelling. It says spell bad. Can't use the autocorrect on the phone, man. know what that fucking autocorrect does, yeah? It keeps now it's trying to auto grammar. Because now this cut is putting in commas in places where you don't even need the comma. It's like you can't, like, what the hell you doing? Also, but yeah, man, so did anyone watch that Channel 4 documentary about the Rose? And the Duchy of Cornwall, the Duchy of Lancaster? Duchy of Cornwall, Duchy of Lancaster, other spots. That is getting big butter.
Did the Filipino nurse murder 11 more? This is a classic example of how the media uses labelling to control your thoughts. The nurse's nationality is irrelevant to the crime of murder. So why did the Daily Mail make the conscious decision to highlight it in this headline? There are so many other labels they could have used, such as the nurse's gender, sexual orientation, or religion. Let's have a quick thought experiment. Imagine if every time a Catholic committed a crime, it was labelled in a newspaper headline. So you're scrolling through your headlines and you see man murders wife, Catholic man murders wife, man robs bank, Catholic man robs bank. You could be forgiven if very quickly you built up this impression that Catholic people were always committing crimes. Well, I don't know any, but whenever I hear about them, they seem to be up to no good. Labelling can be dangerous as it can be used to stir ill feeling against certain groups. Think of the Middle East, where there are many oppressive laws against homosexuals. Well, look at this headline here. What on earth has the ship captain's sexual orientation got to do with the fact that the ship crashed? The next time you see headlines about Asian grooming gangs, or just grooming gangs, or words to that effect, ask yourselves what unnecessary labels have been used in the headlines and what do you think it is they're trying to make you think. Did the Filipino nurse murder 11 more? This is a classic example of how the media uses labelling to control your thoughts. The nurse's nationality is irrelevant to the crime of murder. So why did the Daily Mail make the
Yeah, that right? Did you hear that? When the people them say, imagine, yeah, someone lays out something for you, yeah, for you to get a bit of understanding. First thing that you want to do is fight against it. It's mad, isn't it? Oh, mate. Just like, that's why I keep trying to tell you, bro. Yeah. These pagan ass Christians are some of the worst. You hear me? My like Jack the Builder. We go. I am the MC Mighty Mo. You hear me? Hey, we're ultra. Did you see this?
Yeah, put his tongue in a hole. Fire for that. Stop right there. Why you stirring this on with your pinky? You moving fishy. Lava splash. Stop right there. What a way you love peel man banana. Lava splash. You're getting too comfortable with them shape there. Freeze. I know you want really should be in your mouth. You dirty bungle, you. Take it out. You can't run, but you can't hide. Shit.
But the Arbor Splash. Hey, you know what? Yeah, that wasn't even what I was supposed to show you anyway. Yeah. I could show you something else still. I was supposed to show you this thing.
Level the spirit. The spirit is level. Angels are guiding me. I do not follow no devil. Ready my gang on the level. I do not bang heavy metal. I'm guiding a new generation. My sound is a rebel.
You mean? I am saying. You that metric, yeah? Metric Moses, yeah? What you say? Guiding the what? Oh man. Yo, hey dude. Yo. Man like Metric Moses. Enough of them gal love hypnotosis. None of the gal love neurosis. How you mean? Gal give me enough kisses, that's mighty. Oh man. Yeah man. Hey, the good old days, mate. How you mean? Hey. Yo. Oh, mate. Bad. Alright. Anyway. Woo. No way, said that no way. Them fussy all them no way. I said no weed. Man. Alright. Fuck time. So let me load up another. I tried to load them all up, yeah, but it's like there's a little bit of an issue with the string yards at the moment.
I often hear people talking about stories, usually ghost stories, that involve hearing something in the woods that they can't see and they can't place, and it moves around in the dark. Hi. And the first thing that always comes to my mind is ravens, as Fable's just shown you. All corvid, so crows, rooks, magpies, jays, ravens, can imitate, and they imitate much better than parrots. So I often think that with parrots, it sounds quite robotic and you can tell it's a parrot. But with ravens... Hi. It just sounds the same. It sounds like a person. Fable here probably has, I'm not around, practice saying all sorts of water, somebody knocking on the door. She can talk like me, she can talk like other people. So when I and all sorts of creepy creatures, I can't help but think what you're hearing is ravens. You'll even hear then, if you rewind, that she made the sound of breath before she did her moi.
Man, so that's all you man that's thought that you heard a duppy. in the dark, yeah? For all of your man there that thought you had the duppy in the dark, yeah? Yeah, it was a You hear me? How you mean? Yeah, man. Yo. Yeah, so all duppy stories, all ghost stories. Yeah. Every single duppy story got the bunks right there. Every single angel story got the bunks right there. Yeah? Duppy Noah, oh. How you mean? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Yeah. A duppy is a ghost. A ghost. They're singing duppy. Ghosts! Oh my diddy. Yeah, man. So, anytime Diana's been praying, yeah, she thought she heard Jesus talking. Yeah, it was just a magpie saying, "Hey, girl, brush your teeth. Hey, girl, brush your teeth." You hear me? I mean, yeah, man. Every time Jordan's down there on the prayer mat, yeah, and he hears a response, you know, it was a fucking magpie that's been listening to Ultra saying, "Fuck your haircut, B." Fuck your haircut, B. You hear me? But, yeah, man. So, you know, who ghosts got duppy? Duppy get ghosts. That's my granny did tell, man, yo. That's how the saying come about. Duppy know for frightened, yeah, because everyone doesn't see the ghost. Only the most scariest man see the ghost. You know, because wanna see ghosts? Mad. Yeah, man. So alright. Let's see who we got next. I went to Florida ages ago, man. I'm in fucking St. Albans right now, mate. Right this second, I'm in St. Albans, love. So, Lady Hassan, talk to them, let it play.
To call what Russia is doing in Ukraine a genocide, but not what Israel's doing in Gaza, when there are fewer civilians, far fewer kids killed in Ukraine than in Gaza, arguably way less genocidal rhetoric from the Russian government than we hear from the Israeli government. Why are you so uncensored on Russia but not on Israel? What are you afraid of?
I actually thought when you first jumped with that, it was a good point. I hadn't realised I'd used the word genocide in relation to what was going on in Russia. And I did go away and think about that quite carefully. Because you've got to be careful about the word genocide. The word genocide is where you deliberately exterminate a group of people based on ethnicity. And the reality about, let's take Gaza first of all. If Israel actually wanted to get rid of everyone in Gaza, they have the military power to do that. They have nuclear weapons. They could just nuke Gaza, as some of them, I suspect, would quite like to do. They've got some massively right-wing headbangers in that government, Ben-Gvir, Smodrich and others, who I suspect wouldn't hesitate to wage a form of genocide. So I accept that completely. But the reality is that there are 2 million people in Gaza, of which, depending which estimate you want to believe, but the official records from the Hamas-run health authority, there are about 45,000 people have died, of which it is estimated that around 15 to 20,000 are Hamas, and the rest are civilians.
That's estimated by Israel, but okay.
Okay, but there are different figures put up. But let's assume it's in that ballpark, okay?
No.
Well, okay, but
you can say that.
Here's my point. It's not 2 million people, which Israel
But that's not the definition of genocide.
Well, isn't it?
No. The Genocide Convention doesn't say you have to kill everyone. By the way, you said this to Bassem Youssef, our good friend, last week on the show. You said, well, I want to read you exactly what you said. Israel hasn't nuked Gaza, quote, they could have done. They haven't done that. If you're really genocidal, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
But Russia has the ability to nuke Ukraine too. Russia has the biggest stockpile of nuclear warheads in the world. So why hasn't Russia? So Russia's not doing a genocide?
No, I don't think they are, and I shouldn't have said that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in order to defend Israel, you're withdrawing your allegation against Russia?
Yeah, because you made me think about it. I didn't remember that I'd used that word in relation to.
But it's not just Russia.
No, because
you said it about many people.
Well, okay, so
you said Bashar al-Assad in 2012, 1 year into the civil war in Syria, when the death toll was much lower than Gaza. You said it was a genocide. You said the Rohingya in Burma.
Well, that's interesting.
Hold on. You said Rohingya in Burma.
Answer.
I'm finished my question. Then you answer. Okay. You said the Rohingya in 2017, far less death toll in Burma, is a genocide. So I look at Piers Morgan and I say, here's this uncensored person, very bold, outspoken, opinionated man. He says Syria's a genocide. Burma's a genocide. Ukraine's a genocide. Israel? No, it's not a genocide. And now today, actually, I'm going to withdraw the charge of genocide of Ukraine. That's how much I don't want to accuse Israel of genocide.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It feels like you're afraid.
No, the other examples I would give, I would say absolutely there was genocidal intent.
But I saw the thing, man. You know, Mr. Know who's been hiding lately, cuz. Yeah, keep hiding, Know. Yeah. Yeah. After this one, we're done.
Are on puberty blockers because this is the real fucking moral panic.
How many people have had this done?
Depends on what. I don't think we have exact numbers, but it's if we're talking about the drugs, it's millions.
It's a very small number, if that's right.
It says over the last 5 years, there were at least 4,780 adolescents who started puberty blockers and had a prior gender dysphoria diagnosis.
If your politics spends more time talking about, I don't know, what toilet a transgendered person is going to piss in, or the woke brigade, if it spends more time on that than the cost of living, the housing crisis, rising inequality, things that, you know, are actually important and actually affect your lives, if you're more focused on the former, then I hate to say it, but you've been bamboozled.
Google react to radical vegans screaming away by removing the egg from their salad emoji.
So what?
What about my rights as somebody who loves eggs to have the egg in the emoji?
It's an endless trope. These sort of moral panics, these clutching of pearls over social issues tend to seemingly always happen when there's economic problems. Like, I think it was in the 70s where they tried to ban Dungeons and Dragons, the board game, because it was satanic and demonic. It just so happened that it was like a massive economic crisis. And so, yeah, the more I made these videos, the more I started to see these patterns, right? These patterns between the 20s and the 30s, the rise of fascism in the West, and how that seemed to tie in with the Great Depression. And then you notice that in the 70s and the 80s, you see the rise of the National Front, the racists and all this sort of stuff. That just happened to be the same time as stagflation and the oil crisis. And then now, lo and behold, 2024, we're in big economic problems, and it just so happens that the far right is on the rise, and the Tommy Robinson Farage followers are now throwing bricks at mosques. It's a repeatable story, and like when I've made these videos, you start seeing these patterns, and you start seeing how it plays out, and it always comes back to economics. And like, look, I have no hatred towards people who are on the right. I actually feel a lot of sympathy to most right-wingers, because being where they were, I understand that they've kind of just been manipulated, typically. They've trusted people who present information that try and rile them up, that make a lot of money from doing so, and they distract them from real issues. And the thing is, they're feeling the real issues. The real issues are affecting them, and they're trying to work out why. What is it? And the right will always try and find scapegoats to point at. It always does it. And like, as I've learnt more, as I've read the book from George Monbiot, The Hidden Ideology of Neoliberalism, Yanis, I can never say his name, Vokoris or whatever, his book, Techno-Feudalism, I kind of realised, like, the argument should be about economics. The more I learn about the left and right economic theories, the more evidence that I can see that left-wing economics tends to result in better growth and prosperity for all people. Our system currently is great for the 1%. It's great for the ultra-wealthy because it monopolises.
People's it there, yeah. Big up Jimmy the Giant. Yeah, he's got a big YouTube channel. I did put a post to the video earlier today. Watch the whole video. Yeah, watch the whole flipping video and then make your mind up after that, yeah, because he's spitting so much facts, yeah, in a small amount of time that I had to let you hear that part there, so you have to watch the rest of the video. how a lot of you retards are spazzy for being spastics. Nah, I was joking still. Yeah. No disrespect to the disabled people still. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, nah, he's just saying that, yo, a lot of you are being played into far right and extreme right politics. Always see unrest. So if you skip through the timeline of the rise of any sort of fascist movements, it's always been at a time of financial instability. Again, because the main points that these people point out are the things that answer to, or could get the answer to, or be lazy to not get these answers. Things that they could get the answer to do with the economy, but choose to blame others instead of the people who actually are in charge of, in control of government spending, public services, rates of pay for employees, holidays, that, you know what I'm saying, like, just generally all the stuff that the people are basically complaining about, whatever it is, housing, new housing, conditions of the housing, the roads, transport between towns, like you're saying, you don't want no improvement in the public infrastructure. Yeah, you do. So why you keep shooting or aiming for the people who's only, you know what, yeah, it's like, it's bad, feels like it's like losing power. It's like still. Why you like aiming or shooting at the people who, or why don't you aim or shoot at the people who actually make these decisions? Last but not least, he was saying that, in his opinion, and you know, the left's definitely not perfect, you know, but it's definitely more of a welcoming face for others than the right. So when they do start to talk about or bring any sort of financial solutions, their financial solutions have got more chances of rising all tides. Yeah. Oh shit, oh Babs, you're still alive, yeah? Mad. Oh damn. Well, I didn't know. Yo. I thought you dropped out because of the... Have you looked on the community page, Babs? To see that the post that you made trying to be disrespectful about the school, saying that they had over 100 disciplinaries. It was false. That was false information, because in the court papers it shows that, well, the judge read out the boy's school report and it doesn't say that he was always in detention. It says he was a polite young man. I don't know where you got that information. Or that's still. Yeah. And I weren't talking about like you actually really being dead here. I was really talking about in the debate style of who was. We start spazzing out and do a live stream. So you ain't gonna cry about that, but you can cry about the information. Look at the information and cry about that instead. Forget about what I said. Yeah? Look at the information and cry about that instead. You know? Yeah, man. So like I was saying, yeah, wrapping up with Jimmy the Giant's video, the left-wing style of economics tends to raise more ships. Some get left up, yeah, or some don't get raised to the level they're supposed to get raised to, yeah, but raises more ships than the right-wing style of economics, isn't it? Like, yo, literally, it's just everything for the... Basically, yeah, like I was saying, you need a mix and a blend, yeah. I don't know what the perfect mix and blend is, like, obviously. I'm definitely not an economist. I'm a working, you know, I use that, I'm a working class patriot, you hear me? You get me, fam? Yeah, I'm a working class patriot, mate, yeah? So, my voice deserves to be heard. Oh, man. Yeah, man. So, hey, listen, everyone, go to the community page. Let me tell you exactly how many posts down in it. Yeah? Before people them start trying to front and act like they can't see shit. Yeah? Because, you know what I noticed as well? Yeah, it's a slick move. That's a good move still. But what I would say, yeah, is instead of doing that, yeah, was that make a reply video to something that I said, yeah, then I'll make a reply video debunking any wild stuff that you say in it. Yeah. Yeah. So you ain't even got to jump on the panel no more. No one's literally got to jump on the panel again. Alright, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th post down. Yeah, everybody go to the community page. You can do that while you're still on the chat. Fifth post down, and you can see my reply to a post I was acted in. By the formidable Babs the Destroyer. You know what I'm saying? The formidable Babs the Destroyer, you know. Yeah. Like, fall back a little bit, don't at me. So, 6 posts down, you will see the court papers. Hey. 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 6 pages down here. Lord of mercy. You'll see, yeah. Six pages down, you'll see, yeah, that it says that actually and it's not the other way around. Like, oh, he was a top A student and he was so. Yeah, but it says in the thing that I screenshotted for the PDF of the court case paper or whatever. Yeah, it says that he was studying. He was a good student. He needed to be able to start to do work independently by himself. All that sort of stuff there. He said he wanted to be a pharmacist. after he didn't get enough grades to be able to do the pharmacy course. So on his sixth form, he redone some of the maths, some of the GCSEs to get the grades or whatever. I don't know. Right. To find its address. And I don't know what I've gone for this van. It's having a stakeout still. Alright, the van's guy mad. Mad. Yeah, rest in peace to Quincy Jones. Rest in peace. So Bailey, what's Bailey's full name? Bailey McLaren. It's on the court paper, you nutcase. Some of the children's names are abbreviated. Maybe they was under 16 or whatever. So they've abbreviated their names. The children that were old enough to decide whether they wanted to speak or not. They knew, but you see, Babs, listen, I don't do what you do, right? You just take one side and we'll just accept that or whatever because you like said person. Well, I might even think, yo, if the grooming gang thing's real, yeah, and man standing up for that, yeah, I'll give you a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? But then when the other stuff like this one here, the liable case, like when they look into it, it's the other way around. It's like, come on, man. Actually, honest people are just not going to take just one side of the story, right? You can still love him and all that, bro. But You're in power now, and you're a terrible, typical lefties. Yeah, the left, the people that would openly call themselves like actual lefties or whatever, probably wouldn't say that Keir Starmer's the most leftiest lefty guy. You know what I mean? Does he, bro? It's just, he seems more of a centrist. You know what I mean? But I did though. The biggest boom in growth, yeah, that created the new middle class was when they was taxing the rich the most to build up the economy. So thing ups, and then there was working class people that made their way up to middle class, started to open up more space for little industries and trades and so on. So you know what? Yeah, you'll be able to see is that forget about what anyone's saying, innit? It's all talk. By the end of this Labour government, if Keir Starmer's not improved the average person's life to by a reasonable amount, then it's gonna be crazy still. All right. Let me see if there's anything. Hey, what's Bailey's name? Didn't you hear? His name's Bailey McLaren. Now, Babs, read the court papers. You still don't have to agree with the thing what was in it, but you have to accept the outcome. Yeah. See what it is, yeah? When you're emotionally attached on one side or the other, that's what happens there, innit? People have been emotionally attached on one side or the other. You spelled Badenoch wrong still, but Kevin Badenoch, it's already illegal to give kids puberty blockers. Came in under conservatives and died under conservatives. Alright, listen, I got to flick out though, man. I just got this on walk, man. Arts walk. Yeah, man. Keep marling it, man. Pick up everyone that shows love though still, man. Appreciated. Everyone that hits the like button. Appreciated. Everyone that wants to contribute towards the growth of the channel. Big up yourself. If you don't wanna, you know what to do, man. Big up.